Welcome to Paint Tool Sci. So today is October 2nd, and I'm going to be doing Cringetober Day 2, basically Prompt 2. It's Fursona, so I'm going to be drawing my lovely little fox Fursona here, named Clyde Fox. Since the last video took longer than a day to edit, this video won't be as heavy on editing, so I'm just gonna get right into the drawing. I will be speeding up the sections that, where I don't talk, basically. So, hope you enjoy the speed paint with my occasional commentary. This guy looks like he's about to have a talk with someone as to why they should have a Fursona themselves. Very negotiatory looking. Actually had a lot of different Fursonas over the past, I don't know, 6 years or something. I think I made my first one in, 2016, maybe? And I think he was, a white wolf with rainbow colors, and his name was Skittles. And I liked that Fursona, but then something happened that gave me sort of a negative association with the memory of the character, and now, well, I mean, ever since then, I've not really been able to enjoy him properly, so he never really got to be a full Fursona. None of the character designs that I said were my Fursonas were really full-on Fursonas. They were just characters that I related to in some way and therefore wanted to use to represent me sometimes. But I never felt like the characters were actually just, cartoon versions of me. So when I ended up creating the character that was my persona that was just the cartoon drawing version of me, you would have seen the reference in the last video, you won't see it in this video. When I created that, I realized several of the things that I knew that each of my personas would probably need in order for me to actually relate to them properly, and it wasn't very long after that that I designed this fox character. And I based the fox character off of, I just thought to myself, okay, so my favorite animal is foxes, obviously. A lot of my Fursonas were foxes. That doesn't automatically mean that I'll relate to it on a personal level, but I thought to myself, okay, but what would I look like if I were a fox? Which is the same principle I created when I made my my persona, just the cartoon version of me. I was like, what would I look like as a cartoon character? And so I took that character design, and I translated it to this. He's got the same... His fur color is the same hair color as my cartoon persona. His eye color is the same eye color. And he has basically the same kind of square bowl-cut hairstyle. My persona has that because I have that. And, for this design specifically, I took inspiration from the character Kai Kitsune from Fairy Foxes, who is basically just, a black furred fox. Well, that's his basic design feature. So, I love that character, and I remember sometimes I think to myself, wouldn't it be cool if, characters from media could be our Fursonas? Because I totally have Kai Kitsune as a Fursona. He's super cool. Mandatory Fairy Foxes mentioned and plug. You guys should watch Fairy Foxes. It's awesome. I don't feel like giving the entire explanation as to what it is, but if you're a furry and you like magical fox characters, that's the cartoon for you. It is also, it's an indie cartoon uploaded on YouTube by the artist Stick Freaks, and it's one of the, pillars of indie animation. It begun in, 2008, and it's still going to this day. Yet, even though it's one of the, pillars of indie animation, and, furry indie animation, even though it's one of those, it, never gets much attention. I've been rambling for minutes straight. What is going on? I'm super tired. I'm super tired. I waited till, damn near 10 p.m. to make this. So I'm super tired, so I'm just kind of like repeating the same thing and rambling. So yeah, when I designed this character, I was definitely thinking about like the Fairy Fox's characters and the Fairy Fox's art style, just in general. I kind of modeled him after like the Fairy Fox's characters and how they look. And I realized that that suits me perfectly fine because I love Fairy Foxes so much. I've loved it ever since like 2015, I think is when I got into it. And I was 15 years old. And so when I thought about it, like, I don't know, maybe I matured a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, foxes are my favorite animal. I love fairy foxes. Maybe my Fursona should look like he belongs in the Fairy Foxes universe. And that's how I came up with Mr. Clyde Fox over here. I don't really consider him a Fairy Fox's fan character because he wouldn't really fit into the universe, and in order to make him fit into the universe, I'd have to change a lot of core aspects about him. Because, like, one of the things is that the male Fairy Foxes don't have magic powers, and this character can travel through space and time and across dimensions and worlds. So, yeah, that's beyond magic powers for him. So he's definitely not, like, in the Fairy Foxes universe. I just was inspired by, like, how the characters look and just, I don't know, the aesthetic, I guess. Draw myself as a Fairy Fox, sort of. Except I just use him as, like, a normal furry persona. At this point, like, just getting the daily prompts done in one way or another, that's going to be the challenge, not necessarily the Cringetober part, because a lot of the things on this Cringetober list are things that I just already have, like, by default. Like the Pony-sona, I mean, okay, technically, I never related to any of the other Pony-sonas, and I do actually relate more to the one that I made yesterday. The Changeling guy. I think he's cool. He'll probably just stay my Pony-sona from now on because I don't see any reason to change him or create another one, which is not a feeling I had with the other ones. I always felt like my personas, Pony-sonas, whatever, just those things in general never fit me, and now I'm slowly accumulating a collection of ones that do, starting with my cartoon persona and with Clyde Fox here, my persona. Oh my god, we're about halfway done with this line art. Yippee! Yippee! Why is my mouse not working? No! Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. If I'm going to do, like, daily videos for each of the prompts, which is what I want to do, I'm gonna really need to, like, not add a lot of, like, super complex editing, because that just makes it, like, way too difficult to get the video out in a reasonable amount of time. The reasonable amount of time quite literally being the fact that they're supposed to be daily videos, and they're not really going to be daily if it takes me, like, an entire day just to edit the video. When, like, recording the video really only takes, like, 30 minutes, because I draw kind of fast. This drawing in particular will take less time to make than the last one, because this is a character that already exists, and is pre-established, and I know, like, information about the character, and he's already, like, my Fursona. So, whipping out a drawing of him real quick is no biggie whatsoever, really. Okay, the only thing I have left to do is color him, and the coloring is gonna take, like, probably 5 minutes. So, for the rest of the speed paint, I'm just gonna be silent, because, honestly, I don't want to fill up an entire 5 minutes of footage with just me talking. So, enjoy the rest of the speed paint.